In this video, I'm going to review how to solve equations. I'm not going to be able to give you an example of every type of equations that you will come across. Hopefully, I look at enough examples that will help you. I chose the ones that tend to trip up the kids the most. Now, I'm going to make separate videos on how to clear the fraction, clear the decimal, and how to take care of the distributive property. That's when you see those parentheses. So if you're stuck on one of those, you'll want to look at a different video for the process. All right, in this one, I have negative 18 is equal to v divided by 14. What I want to do when solving equations is I want to look at both sides separately and ask myself, is there anything that I need to combine? Well, my left side only has one term and my right side only has one term, so therefore there's nothing to combine. I'm ready to isolate the variable, that means get v alone. So I think, what's happening to v? It's being divided by 14, so I think what is the opposite of that, which is times 14. If I multiply each side by 14, I'm going to have my answer because these 14s on the right-hand side will cancel out, telling me what v is going to be equal to. So 14 times negative 18 is going to be negative 252. So my answer for v is negative 252. All right, let's look at this example. Again, I look at my sides separately. On the left-hand side, the only term I have is negative 14. On the right-hand side, I have two terms, negative 4n and negative 6, but one of them has a variable, the other one is just a constant, so I cannot put those together, so there's nothing to combine. Now what I need to think is, what side do I want my n's on? I want it on the right-hand side, so that means I'm going to put the constants, which I use the hashtag to mean constants, on the left-hand side. So I look at the left-hand side, negative 14 is a constant, so I leave it alone. On the right-hand side, that is for the n's, negative 4n is an n, so I leave it alone, but negative 6 is a constant, so I'm going to cancel it out with its opposite. The opposite of negative 6 is positive 6, so that causes that to zero out. Now I look at the left, I have negative 14 plus 6. What is that? That becomes a negative, not 12, I almost made a mistake. Negative 8, isn't it? On the right-hand side, I just have negative 4n's. So now I'm to the point that I have variables on one side, constants on the other. I'm ready to get the variable alone by doing the opposite of being multiplied by negative 4. I divide both sides by negative 4. That causes those 4's to cancel out, giving me n alone on the right side. Now I just have to think, what's negative 8 divided by negative 4? It's going to be positive 2. So the answer for n is positive 2. All right, let's look at this example. Again, I'm going to see this side separate. I want to look at, does 13 and 3b combine? No, they don't, because one is variables and one is constants. So now on the right-hand side, I have a b, but then I have the constant of 6 and the constant of negative 3. I have two constants, so I need to combine those. 6 and negative 3 is positive 3. So on the right-hand side, that is simplified to b plus 3. And on the left hand, I have 13 plus 3b. Now I need to make a decision on what side to put my b's. I'm going to go with the left-hand side because in the classroom we kind of play that would you rather game. We look at the variables, the b. Would you rather have 3, or on the other side, would you rather have 1? Well, I'd rather have 3 of something, especially if it was money. Okay, so that's why I'm going to go with the left-hand side. So the right-hand side is going to be for my constants. So on the left, the 3b stay. I've got to cancel out that 13 with its opposite, which is a negative 13. So I write that on both sides. So I'm going to do negative 13. Now I look at the right-hand side. The constants are supposed to stay there, so the b has to go away. So the opposite of positive b is negative b. So I write that down twice. Now I'm going to put everything together. 13 take away 13, that just zeroes out. Then I have 3b and a negative b, or 3b take away b is 2b. Now on the right-hand side, I see b take away b, so b and negative b, same thing, those zero out. And then I have positive 3 and negative 13 needs to be combined. Positive 3 and negative 13 is negative 10. So now I'm to the point I have 2b is equal to negative 10. So I need to get b alone by dividing by 2 on both sides. That causes those 2's to cancel out or turn into a 1, giving me my 1b. On the right-hand side, I think, what's negative 10 divided by 2? That's negative 5. So my answer is B is negative 5.